Hey guys, it's your girl Big Roo, Real Talk. And today we're going to talk about a young lady that was 14 years old named Naika Venant who was on Facebook Live calling out for help. Why I say calling out for help? Because she committed suicide, you guys, in the bathroom of her foster parents' house on January 22nd, 2017. The 14-year-old Naika Venant spent nearly 3 hours broadcasting herself on Facebook Live in the bathroom of her foster parents' home as she contemplated whether or not to end her life. Many watched the live stream pleading for the Miami teen not to kill herself. Some egged her on. Some called the situation fake. The people who sent her terrible messages appeared to be one, her mother, Gina. Nakia died after hanging herself on January 22nd during a Facebook broadcast. Using the alias Gina Alexa, Nakia's mother allegedly sent her a message that could really probably made her, like, why would you send your child that you gave up in the first place a message while she on live? Thinking that, see, some people think stuff fake. Some people think that people just want attention. Like, so many people think stuff but not understanding that words hurt more than anything. So the mother had an alias and she called it, and her name was Gina Alexa. She stated in the message as her daughter plans whether or not to kill herself due to the fact that it was her in the first place that even made her want to kill herself. It is hard to want to just commit suicide. This girl was only an 8th grader, 14 years old, you guys. What's so hard for a child? Words, disowned, abused. She was molested, abused physically and mentally by her mother at a young age before her mother gave her up to the foster care. But this is what she stated in the comments. ADHD games played. You said little DCF custody. That's why you were you at for this dumb shit and more. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse too, you guys. You keep crying wolf. You dead. You will get buried. Life goes on. That doesn't listen to their parents trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books. The comment read. That is so sad for a person to want to talk down on something. You had this child. You gave her up. And then you want to talk down on it. No, you need to be talking down on yourself. Now she's gone. Rest in peace, Naika Venant. She's gone. And yet, what do you have to think about? That you abused her mentally, physically. You made this comment for the world to see. As she's on Facebook Live trying to reach out for help. Now, she did have a friend on Facebook that contacted the police, and they went out to the home, but it was the wrong address. But the person ended up giving the right address, and when they approached the home, they found Nakia in the bathroom hanging while her parents was in their room sleep. Her foster parents in the room sleep. They did not abuse her or mistreat her. But the stuff that she had to deal with because her mother did not want her anymore and she stated that she was ready to leave the world. Why would you, it's said that she was already bruised mentally and physically by her mother. And then her mother gives her up and then states that she don't even want her. Like, a child don't want to hear that. You heard her. This is the time at 14 where she really needed her mother. But she did have good foster parents. The kid spent more than 2 years in foster care over an 8-year span. And they had been in foster care for 9 months when she died. On April 20th, 2016, because this happened January 22, 2017. April 20th, 2016, she no longer wanted her daughter in her home. The first time in December 2006, after that, then 4 years old, was left home alone without food or water for an hour. According to reports in 2018, in the age of 5, refused to let the kid be admitted to a hospital for health conditions and called the child a liar and a faker. And in 2019, she was removed from her mom for the first time after allegedly beating the child with a belt, resulting in more than 30 marks on her arms, legs, and back. At 6 years old, she engaged in sexually act. Like, it's ridiculous. This child was put through so much coming up in her mother's care, but yet still wanted to be in her mother's care, because a child feel like, if you my mother, why is you giving me up? But she abused her. She got sexually assaulted, and yet you want to get on her comments when she's 14 on live calling out for help. You want to make a alias and talk down on your own child. So yes, she played a real big part of her daughter wanting to end her life. I would feel the same way if you put me through so much hell, and then when I'm ready to kill myself or commit suicide, you want to leave a harsh comment that makes me feel like, yeah, I might as well do this. It is so hard to kill yourself. So when you turn around and you commit suicide, you guys, something is mentally wrong. And people need to pay close attention to their kids, family members, anybody. If somebody is calling out for help, please pay attention to it. Because you will regret it later and wish in the back of your head that you would have did something about it. This girl could have still been alive if somebody knew her foster parents' phone number or anything to wake them up so they can get, so shout out to her friend for trying her best to get the police to her house. People on there always talking about something is fake or people want attention. These people is calling out for help, and you can save a person's life by just really paying attention and calling 911. Get them help. Everybody is not strong. And when you go through the things you do, like this 14-year-old child, you would, you don't know what you're capable of doing when you're hurt. I pray for her. I pray for her family. I pray for her mother. I pray for the foster parents that had to go through this. Y'all pray for Naika Venant, 19, died on Facebook Live, calling out for help as her mother tormented her all her life.